Understanding customers alone is no longer enough. To be customer-centric or truly customer-centric requires more than just customer understanding. That's what we're here for today, to challenge your thinking and challenge ourselves further. Challenge everything that we do about our day-to-day work and think it in a different way. Therefore, if we want to change, we must first understand organisation. What we need to do is connect the customer to the business, to the decision makers.
Our research community is where our momentum all started.
Behavioural science can also be very valuable in helping us to communicate and to engage stakeholders in insights more broadly.
I'm not here to argue about synthetic respondents or virtual moderators. What I'm advocating for is that we dedicate more researchers' time to building and creating knowledge bases that stakeholders can interrogate as easily as they do GPT.
They start obsessed, they start really close, they base all decisions on how customers behave, how they buy, how they choose products. But at some point, the customer just takes a backseat. If there is like one thing I learned from all this messy startup world, is that momentum always beats perfection.
The truth in reality is that we are not the strikers. Our stakeholders are the ones on the pitch. They are the ones delivering the business goals. Our role is actually different. We are the coach.
But I think whilst it's great to have data and insight in an organisation that has nearly 70 million customers and captures over 1 billion pieces of data every single day, it's very easy to get lost in that data. Quite simply, we know that if on average somebody is using the BBC for 5 days a week, for 5 hours a week, across at least 2 modes of consumption, so for example, they're listening and they're watching, or they're reading and they're listening, and they think the BBC is for me, it's a bit of a cheat that for, but it's they score at least 6 out of 10 on for me, we know that they will be willing to pay the licence fee. And that has been hugely influential in terms of understanding what our North Star is. And all of this sits on something called the Audiences Portal, which is on the BBC intranet. It's a hub, and it gathers all of our information in one place, and anyone can access that, from producers, commissioners, marketers. No matter what you do, everybody has access to that audience data.
And with your outcome comes value. Output price, outcome value. And it may well be very, very surprising. It may well be the thing that changes your relationship with your end customer or whoever. So what I'm suggesting is that you need to be moving from transaction and building relationships, and build them however you can. Build them with unsuspecting people before they run away from you. Build them by understanding what they need, not just what they say they need. Moving them from uncertainty to reassurance, and getting rid of this awful thing about commoditization, which is only a discussion about price.
You've seen a lot of different ideas and a lot of different angles. It always takes a bit to process this kind of event. Don't try to make sense of it all. Some of it will, some of it won't. The key thing is every organisation is going to be different. Your challenges are going to be different. The challenge that I set out at the front of the day, I think, is fairly common, but the responses to those challenges are going to be different for every organisation. Some things will have resonated more than others. So as always, take the time to reflect carefully if you can, and find the bits that resonate with you.